So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment.
Alright guys, so how's everybody doing? So I already reviewed this movie back when I was first starting out, but since I read the book with a little, so help for me watching this movie like now 5 times. I can just remember off the top of my head what's different between this when I was reading this and this time around I did without listening to an audiobook. It was easier for me to understand it since I did have the movie to help out. So, what happens in this one? So this is Kiki delivery service, and it's about a 13-year-old girl who is going on her training to be a witch. And when you turn 13, you have to go off and be on your own and pick a job that you're gonna have the rest of your life. And at first, she can't decide what she wants to be. She lives in a small town. And when she leaves, she has to borrow her mom's broom. And mostly the movie is faithful up until she goes and gets the cake for a girl who's very, very mean to her. So it does the whole entire thing with they have qualities. They do mention other stuff, but mostly she does live in a small town in the book. She does leave, and then she goes to a bigger town, and Tomo is in it, but they mostly go swimming in the book, and they go surfing. She does not lose her powers during the book, but she does have something like this kind of happen to her in the book. She ends up, when she was coming home from delivering the pie to the mean girl, her broom breaks, and then she has to walk back home and get a new broom. And then the climax is that she fixes the clock for the town, because it's New Year's Eve and they have to, and they're unable to have it hit midnight. So she fixes it that way in the book. Now, in the movie, they make it to where she has to save Tomo from a blimp hitting the clock tower. So the clock tower still is there, but in a different way. So yeah. And she's kind of like going through both burnout and depression at the same exact time during the second half of the movie. And because she is burnt out, and also the guy she likes is not really noticing that she's burnt out. Instead, he's hanging out with the mean girl that was mean to her, and there's one of her customers. And so he didn't know that, so it's not only his fault. And so she wants to be left alone. She also got sick on the way back, and she can't fly now, and she also can't hear Gigi, who is her pet cat, who's her pet cat and her partner, and being a witch. So, and he's mostly flirting with another neighborhood cat who he ends up having kittens with at the end of the movie, and then at the end of the book. So that's basically what ends up with her writing a letter to her parents and letting how things are going. But there's 2 different dubs of this. Back when this movie was first made into English, they made it to where she heard Gigi's voice after she saved Tomo, and after she got her powers back. But since the Japanese version kept it where she did not hear him, they made a second dub where she ends up having Gigi not able to talk to her again because like I said, she went through depression because she was not able to fly ever again while she was burnt out, and she thought she might not get her powers back. So, and her friend Ursula helped her through it because Ursula, who sewed up the cat for one of her her first delivery, helped her through it because she understands what she's going through. She's an artist, so she has yet to learn when you have a passion for something, like for drawing stuff, flying, making videos, anything that comes your job. You have to learn to take breaks during it. You can't just continue doing it all the time, otherwise you're going to get burnt out. And then you won't find pleasure into it and stuff like that. And so since she made flying her job, where she has to deliver stuff, she got burnt out. Then she can no longer do it, and then she got depression from it, and that made her probably lose the right to hear Gigi talk. So yeah, and probably never get it back. We don't know, because at the end of the movie, since we never hear him talk again, we don't know. We probably never will know. And that's sad. So, but I do like this movie. It's very funny. It's good. It's a good lesson for anybody, not just kids. I think it's a good lesson for anybody's age. Not to let yourself get burnt out. And maybe the book doesn't mention her has some qualities of this movie, but not all of it. So yeah, I think that's what he was trying to tell everyone. The guy who made this movie in Studio Ghibli. I think they were trying to teach people not to do that since they're from Japan, and in Japan they have a really bad problem of doing that, or overworking their workers. So yeah, and then so he wanted to make a movie about that. So that's basically it. And I think both of them are great both of them are great in their own way. It's okay if the movie's not 100% like the book. So I don't know if I'm just made the same video over again, but I just wanted to add this. So next book I'm gonna finish reading listening to, since I'm not playing Zelda right now, waiting for somebody else to get to where it's at so I can find out how to beat this one part.
What part you're stuck at?
You know I'm stuck at. Okay. Probably just gonna listen to this or edit some other books. And this are my shorts, so I'm gonna listen to the Mimic, because I do have parts already recorded for you guys for Zelda until that person gets to that spot. So yeah, or watch somebody till they get to that spot. So yeah, so when I get this movie and this book, well, I probably would give them both probably like give the movie a 9 and the book a 10. So so I'll make sure to put like the name of the author of the book, which is Ellen Pano, right here. And I'll make sure to put Ghibli and put the guy who directed its picture, because I have a hard time pronouncing his name. So on there. So it's a good movie. and good book. You should go read it and watch it. So, see you guys later. I have pictures of books. I might probably end up reading if you want me to choose ones. Like, I have the next Kingdom Hearts book. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. And the third Percy Jackson book, which is Mark of Athena, and Castle in the Sky. And also, I'm doing the Mimic, listening to the Mimic first. So I'll see you guys later. Like, here, subscribe, comment down below. And, I don't know, I will do any, videos for Saturday besides, this one. Besides the Zelda one. Because right now, not much news going on around. So, yeah. And just trying to do what I can. So, like Gigi, I need time to rest. So, see you guys later. Bye-bye.